Hello legends, it's your boy Link, and today we're reviewing my first ever proper vlogging camera, the Sony ZV-E10. Hello legends, welcome back to the channel. So if you're looking for a ZV-E10 review video, this might be a little bit different to some of the other videos out there, in that I'm not a camera expert, right? I'm just someone with a YouTube channel who's been filming on their iPhone for the 3-4 years I've done YouTube. I've got 1,600 odd subscribers at the time of filming this. I am in the partner program and stuff, but I just feel like it's time to upgrade. So I have invested in the Sony ZV-E10. It probably won't be the most technical review because there's people out there that know more about cameras than me. This is going to be like I'm a YouTuber. This is how much better I think it's made my content review rather than anything else. But I thought we'd do an unboxing from like a layman, because I think it's important. Sometimes when you watch reviews, it's too expert. It's not like tailored to everyone. And I've lost my knife. 1 minute. After a few minutes of searching, couldn't find my knife, but I found some nail clipping scissors. So you know, oh, they've butchered the box of my nice new camera. Also, this cost me about, with the accessories and stuff I got, it cost me about £700 with some different Amazon deals. I'll put an Amazon link in the description because the prices of stuff like this are quite volatile. So click the link, go check it out, and I can't get it open. But yeah, click the link, check it out, and you'll find out how much it would cost you today. Look how much of a mess I made of that. There we go. Right, we're in. Save up to €100 on Sony products. Guarantee information, instruction booklets, all that stuff, which you'll probably want if you're like me and you're a noob. What's this thing? Okay, this is your dead cat. So this clips on the top for your, basically to muffle wind noise when you're filming outside. So this is a made for vlogging camera. It's supposed to be like beginner but able to upgrade sort of vibes, I guess. I don't know why it comes with such a hefty power cable. I thought it would be like a little USB charger job. That's like a kettle lead, I believe they call them. In here looks like a battery. So it's a Sony battery, obviously comes with it. I have bought some third-party batteries. Some people don't recommend them. But after looking at reviews, I went for these home sweet ones. Just to show you quick, they come with a charger and they're about 30 quid. So it's cheaper than buying one Sony battery, and you get 3 batteries and a charger. Even if they're not as good as the Sony ones, like 3 of them can't be worse than one Sony one. Okay, so then you get like a EU. Is that EU power cable? Oh no, this is the battery. I feel silly now. This wasn't a battery, this was a charger to USB. This is the actual battery. Told you I'm not a pro. Oh, look at that. I'm a Sony pony. When I did look at cameras, I was just like, do you know what? I've always been a Sony PlayStation guy. I've always been a Sony Bravia guy. So let's just keep it Sony. Let's keep it, you know. Is that what that's for? Little headband thing. And then you get a USB-C cable. And here's the bit we're all interested in, which is the actual camera. It's my first ever proper camera. All in like paper and cloth packaging. So very environmental. Oh, look at this. I feel like a pro now. Look at that. Your little lens cap. Boop. Put it back on. Look at me being all like pro YouTuber and that. I guess I'll put that back on while I'm messing about with it. But first impressions are, it's a bit it's weightier than my phone, definitely. I normally film on a Joby GorillaPod Grip Tight, like the mobile one. I've bought this
Big boy Gorilla Pod now. And yes, there are fake ones out there, but I've not found them to be as good as the branded Gorilla Pods. There's other brands like Manfrotto and stuff that people do like highly recommend, but I honestly recommend the Gorilla Pod because you can use that as like a selfie stick. You know, you can also like kind of bend it. This is what I often do, right? So I kind of like bend it as a selfie stick, so I can like reach it out and about. Also helps keep your camera that little bit further away from you. So I'd recommend one of them. I'm going to do an accessories video, so subscribe to the channel if you want to see that. I'll do a video where we go through the accessories. So to open the bottom, you just push that down and it pings open with gusto. And there's a memory card slot in there, to which I have an integral. Integral or it's integral is the word, but is it integral? Integral? I don't know. If I had the camera on right now, that would be doing the product focus thing. So when you put something near the camera, it focuses on it, not the face, which is cool. So that goes in this little camera slot there. Satisfying little click when it goes down. I've watched some reviews and stuff, so I know I haven't looked at the instructions, but I have watched other people setting it up and stuff. And then you just slot your battery in there. Okay, it clicks down. There's a click. Then you put your battery case back. Do that. Then we do that. So the dead cat, just to show you, you got a microphone is on the top of the camera. This has got, I believe, 3 mics in, 2 facing the lens, 1 facing backwards. So if you're behind the camera, it will still pick your audio up, which is really cool. Lots of people recommend a shotgun mic. If you've been filming on the phone though, the mics in this are going to be better than your phone. So that just clips into this top bit, which is I believe called a cold shoe or a hot shoe. It's some sort of shoe, and then you've got like a little fluffy boy. And I don't know how to turn it on. Okay, so on the top is off and on. So if I turn it on. Oi, what language do I want? So I want English. I'll set it up. I'll put you got to set your area. Berlin, Paris, Lisbon and London. Is it daylight saving at the moment? No. Date and time, it is the... Okay, so you've got like nice clicky buttons to do it with as well. It's the 4th of the 12th, 2023. And it is 1:44 at the time of recording. I don't know if you guys can see that from there, but I'm doing. I like my little Sony headband you got free with it. It's a really cool detail. Date, month, year, yeah. Enter. Imaging edge. It says go here for available applications. Could not recover image database due to low battery. And then there we have it. The camera is on. It's turned on automatically. It's turned on automatically filming in like low ratio. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to charge it and then I'll play with it so you guys can see what it does basically. But your little screen pops out so you can see me looking at you. Now I can see me looking at you. So yeah, this screen is cool because it just flips around basically. You can have it that way. So when you're doing the whole vlog thing, you can put it that way. Let me show you. You hold it that way, and then you can see yourself on that screen, and it's cool. So guys, Amy is actually behind the Sony ZVE-10 camera now, using obviously the standard lens. We've got the wind muff on. This is the stock mic. This isn't a shotgun mic. This is how it sounds. Let me know what you think of it. We've had a bit of fun playing around with it. It's not fully charged, but we've got it on the Gorilla Pod already, and we're just, just been taking some silly selfies and stuff, just having a great time. And it looks really good from what I can see. But when you watch the playback on the little screen, you maybe can't see exactly how sharp it's going to be once you like blow it up onto a big screen in 4K. But I'm sure it'll be good, and you guys will get to see that right now if it is or if it isn't. So here's me filming on the ZVE-10 in the same position I was with the iPhone a few minutes ago, just so you can see the difference in the image quality, in the background. I don't know if it's got the product mode on. Doesn't look like it has. I don't know how to turn that on, but there's a product mode where basically you hold a product up and it will focus on that instead of you. I need to work out how you turn that on because I can't see it on the screen. But also there's a button here, C1, which changes the background. So here's clear background, where it will capture the background, and then this is defocus, where it'll give the background like a little bit of blur. Again, I can't really see how good that looks, but it's interesting to me. And I keep looking past the camera now. It's one thing I have got to learn, is to look at the actual lens, because on my iPhone the lens is basically in the preview screen, whereas here I'm like looking off to the side. But yeah, I think it looks great. I've had fun with it so far. It's only 14% charged though. I need to really just leave it alone and let it charge before I go and like play with it more. But yeah, we'll do some comparisons of it against my iPhone next, and see if it's any good. But yeah, looks great so far.
So I googled the settings, and basically you have to set the product mode to a hotkey. So I've set it to the delete button. So product showcase set off, set on, and then now it's set up. So I'll show you it.
So you record yourself, and then you're like, you know, I had a great time with these. Is it on? I don't know if it's on or not. It's not working. Show us something different. Oh yeah, there you go. It focuses on that. You see, it just snaps in. I think it's quite close to the camera. Has that snapped into that? But even if you put it like here, it should focus. Yeah, it focuses on that instead of me. With Rick, it's obviously it's a tiny little figure, so I guess that's why it doesn't recognise it as a product. Like if I do it with this, it does it. But yeah, super cool feature, especially when you're reviewing stuff. You don't want to keep playing with your focus and adjusting it. You want to be able to just go, boom, there's the thing I'm showing you. Look how cool it is. But yeah, I need to charge it because I'm now on 15%. It's creeping down, and I don't want it to die. So yeah, I'm going to charge the camera and I'm going to play with it some more.
So one thing I film a lot on the channel is like collectibles and Lego. But like, obviously when I zoom in it gets grainy. And also like the focus isn't all, that focus is good, but the focus isn't always the best. So this is what it looks like, you know, just whipping around with iPhone. Let's see how much better it looks on the Sony. So it wasn't charging, and what I realised is you need this orange light to come on to mean it's charging. It will come up on the screen that there's something plugged in, but basically that toggle there needs to be set to off, not on, or it won't charge. It will do this instead. Like, it's a bit dumb because this looks like it's charging. You look at this like little sign here, like in the top right hand corner, it looks like it's charging, but it isn't. It's just powering it from the mains, which is pretty stupid. So yeah, make sure it's turned off if you want it to charge, or it won't charge, which means I now have to wait longer to play with my new camera, which I'm gutted about. Right, so here's my fish tank filmed on my iPhone, my little NATO tank, the clownfish, and all from the rock work as well. And also I've got this coral, but it's getting attacked by like cyano at the moment. But yeah, I thought I'd just show you the whole tank kind of with this, and then we'll have a look at it with the Sony instead of the iPhone.
So I just want to talk about the low light performance of the camera a little bit, because right now I'm filming in the living room and the only light source is the fish tank. I don't have the room light on, and I don't even have the lamp on. If we put the lamp on, it gets way too bright for a second. Look at that though, it's like, it's all, the ISO is horrible. It's adjusting, it is adjusting, but it like, you know, so quick changes in brightness, it has to adjust obviously, but yeah, it definitely is good.
Just for comparison, this is how bad the iPhone 12 mini is with the same lighting conditions. So just the fish tank light on, you can't see me barely, like John Cena. Then this is when we put the lamp on. It still looks a bit dark, you know, that's just with the lamp on. And that's with both lamps on. But yeah, the Sony definitely killed it in the dark, 100%. So just in the interest of fairness, this is how much the back iPhone camera lets light in. So the back one obviously is a tiny bit bigger than the forward-facing camera, but obviously you can't really vlog with it because you know, it's not facing you, which is one of the advantages of this, is that you've got the good camera whichever way you turn it. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you that the back iPhone camera is a little bit better at letting light in, but it's still nowhere near the amount of light you get in this massive sensor on this camera. It makes such a difference.
So we are in the car now. I thought I'd do a little bit of vlogging in the car, see what it's like in a bumpy car ride. I'm holding the camera in my hand. Not using the Gorilla Pod. I thought I'd just hold it and see how it kind of goes. Obviously low light in the car. It's daytime, but you know, my car doesn't have a sunroof or anything. It's not the best for sort of lighting, but yeah, let me know how it looks. You know, I think it looks quite better than my phone would, definitely. It's a lot heavier to hold than my phone. Like, you notice it a lot more when you hold the camera in your hand compared to when you have it up on a tripod. But yeah, it definitely looks better, and it'll also be interesting how it sounds because I've got aircon on and stuff, so it'll be interesting how much that wind muff is blocking out that sound, because I'm not going to edit any of the audio in post. All the audio that comes out of the camera is just going to be like posted raw to the video, because I don't want to edit the audio and like mislead you about how it sounds raw, basically. So this is the quality of footage I get filming out of the car window. Now I don't know if the wind muff will be able to cover up this sort of wind noise, because obviously it's crazy, but also like you can zoom in. So this is with like your maximum zoom, like trying to look at stuff. It's really good. But also the weather's really bad, it keeps raining, which is why I haven't done too much walking about with the camera so much. So this is through the windscreen. Want to zoom in on the phone box. There's the phone box. What do you think? Again, this is handheld in a bumpy car on country roads. So it'd be interesting to see how the stabilisation does. I don't have the maximum stabilisation, because if you use the most active version of Steady Shot, it crops your picture a lot, makes your picture a lot smaller. So yeah, there we go. So I'm filming the tractor now. I just don't know what to film. Like, it's just kind of like my normal journey to the shops, but I'm just filming stuff just to... It's the sort of stuff I normally would film, so I guess it's probably the best sort of stuff for you guys to compare it to my normal vlogs. Also, my vlogs going forward will probably be on this camera, so have a look at them and feel free to ask in the comments, was that shot on the Sony or was it shot on your iPhone, and I'll be happy to, you know, tell you what I filmed it on, basically. So I've been stopped at a like a traffic railway crossing. This is the only 8-bladed windmill in the UK, supposedly. Let's see how close to it we can get. Is that as close as we can get? It does look like, you can see the algae and stuff, it's really good. So I thought I'd just show you how the kind of product focus works. Now I've turned it on, so you know, you just sat there, you're driving and you're like, oh yeah, check out this monster that I had. And it should focus on the monster. Not me, that didn't work. Maybe it's turned off. It was turned off, so you need to make sure it's on. And then it does it. So there I am. Focus on this. Really cool feature, really cool feature. Oh, there's a village Christmas tree. Wait, I just donated towards that. Why is there a tree there? Anyway, welcome to the village and the church. Look how lovely that looks. I'm loving my new camera. Honestly, the detail that that's picking up is incredible compared to my iPhone. To test like the vlogging abilities, I thought walking down the stairs into a dark landing, or a dark living space, would be a good way to look at the kind of like focusing stuff. It's really blue in here because this is the living room where the fish tank is. But as you can see, even though it's no light there, no light there, we just had the fish tank. It's amazing how well lit it is. And also I'm using the automatic ISO, so the ISO is basically editing itself as I walk through the house in different colours, different lights, more orange. Now we get back towards the living room, then the dining room, just put the light on, it adjusts. So it's gone from like 6,000 down to 2,000 now. So the automatic adjustment's great. You can set your own ISO if you want to. It's not something I've played with yet because I'm new to having a camera. I'm new to vlogging on something that isn't an iPhone, so I'm not a pro yet. So I'm not going to try and act like a pro and pretend I know what all the numbers do, because I don't. And I think if you're looking at buying this camera, this probably is the same situation for you. I will film a little summary upstairs, and then we'll end the review with a score out of 10. Do I recommend it? When do I recommend it? Who do I recommend it for? And there'll be another video in the future where we talk about some accessories and stuff, like this little bag I've got, and the Gorilla Pod that I'm holding right now. It's definitely easier to hold the Gorilla Pod than it is the camera. When you hold the camera directly, especially for me, I've got big hands. It's about half the size of my hand, so it feels quite weighty and a little bit cumbersome holding the camera directly for selfies. It's not as bad if I'm filming away to hold the camera, but yeah, when filming myself, the Gorilla Pod is a massive, massive, massive upgrade. Come on then. Good girl. Okay, maybe not.
So we're back on the iPhone now, back at my desk, and I'm going to sum up the Sony ZV-E10. Let's not argue about how we pronounce letters now. So I love the thing. I love the little wind muff. Like I say, it's a bit heavy when you're vlogging. Like holding that, especially out, like, you know what I mean? It's a bit like, it's not even near as heavy as a dumbbell, but you know what, when you lift like a dumbbell out like that, it kind of gives me that arm vibe. I love how the camera turns. I've also a couple of times used the camera like that, so I can kind of like have the camera low down and I can look down at what it's filming there instead of having to like crane my neck and stuff, which is definitely a big plus of it. The footage looks really nice. Everything I've took out of it looks nice. The photos look nice. Amy's had great fun taking photos of our cats and stuff, playing around with it. And it's just well built and stuff, but for the price, it should be. And that is what I will say. It's such a lot of money, or to me at least, that I think it is something you've got to think about in depth. And if you're watching this review and you've watched this much of the review, you're obviously, you know, taking advice on board at least to some degree. I feel that it needs a little bit of learning. Like, as you've probably seen, I've made a few mistakes along the way using it. The little C1 clicky button on the top to put background blur on and off, I think that's a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant thing to have. I think it really helps that you can, you know, you can choose that, because especially when you're vlogging, like, you can do it at a touch of a button. It's not like a complicated thing you've got to adjust loads of stuff. You can just say, oh, I don't want to see my background, or I do. And like, sometimes when you're vlogging, you want people to see what's behind you, you know what I mean? You want them to see the scenery. But sometimes it can become a distraction, I guess. So it just depends on what type of content you're making, where you're making it, and also what works for you. One thing is, I've got no idea how it performs outside in bad weather. I didn't go outside as much in this review as I maybe would have liked to, because it's been pouring down with rain literally for 48 hours. Like, if it stopped raining, it stopped for like half hour at most. So I haven't had as much of a chance to walk around with it and come to grips with it in that way. But I will be using it to film a lot of my content going forward as well. So like I say, go check out some of my more recent videos and see what you think they were filmed on. Do you think I filmed it on my iPhone? Do you think I used the Sony? It'll be interesting to see, can you guys actually tell the difference between the two? And for all the regular legends who are watching this, you know, the guys that watched the channel before I bought this camera, I want to say thank you to every single one of you, because your support helps me to do stuff like this. And you know, the more you support me, the better the content gets, the better the equipment gets, the better everything gets. So thank you all. And yeah, I feel like if you're considering it, it's about value to you. I'm at a point where, you know, I'm in the partner program. YouTube brings me some income, not you know, not enough income to be like, I'm not making like Mr. Beast money yet, but it makes it worth it for me. If you're not in the partner program yet, you can, like, I'm living proof that you can get to the partner program using the iPhone and edit on an iPhone, because that's what I mainly did. It's basically all I did was filmed on an iPhone, edited on an iPhone, and I got there. So that's, you know, that's hopefully just going to give you that clarity. Like, it's not a good camera, a good mic, good equipment is going to help. Good lighting, that's the biggest upgrade, right? Like, if you're watching this and you're thinking, how can I make my content better? Get yourself a little ring light. You get one for like 20 quid on Amazon, it's quite good. Get yourself a Joby mobile Gorilla Pod, so you've got so many options where you put your phone. Maybe try that first if you're trying to upgrade your content, and then buying a big camera if you're early in your journey, and maybe if you're like thinking about starting YouTube, because YouTube isn't for everyone, you know. You get some nasty comments and stuff, it's not for everyone. So I recommend you dabble a bit before you invest like £600-700 in this. Like I said, I got it I think for $598 with some Amazon deals and stuff. I will put an Amazon link so you can see what Amazon deals are happening today, and I will also link some of the bits and pieces I bought to go with it, and I'll also link the Gorilla Pod that I use for my phone and a ring light that I've used, just to give you options, guys. But yeah, I always score everything out of 10 on the channel. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. The reason it's not a 10 is I think like the price is prohibitive. I think the price is, I don't want to say it's not worth it, because I feel like it is worth it, but it's not worth it for everyone, and I don't feel like it's really good value. Like, this camera has retailed at £870, so getting it for 600, it is a good deal compared to that. I probably wouldn't recommend you go pay £870 for it at all. I think a lot of places have got it at £770 as the standard price now. But yeah, I like the camera. I like the weightiness of it. I like that it's Sony. I've always been a Sony pony. I just like Sony stuff. I think Sony stuff is good. It's reliable. You know what you're going to get. And I also think as well, if you are a YouTuber that's sort of learning, getting one of these cameras that a lot of people use has benefit, because of like the Sony ZV-E10 and the ZVE-10, because they're like some of the go-to first vlogging cameras. When you search for advice, like when you Google stuff, people have already Googled it, there's answers out there. So I do think that's a big reason to consider this if you're new to cameras like I was. I've never ever had a digital camera, and I love it. So yeah, thank you all for watching this video. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos. I'm hoping to do an accessories video in the future, just to tell you what I think of some of the accessories I've bought and what ones are worth it, what ones aren't worth it. And I'll keep making content with this camera, so subscribe and check out what it looks like in different places in the future, I guess. And give the video a thumbs up if this has helped you in any way. All there's left to say is I've been Link, you have been one of my legends. Thank you for watching this. I'll see you all real soon. Thanks so much for watching today, guys. If you've enjoyed that, you can click up here and you can watch another video of mine. Or if you really love it, if you really love it, or even if you just like it a little bit, go down here and subscribe to the channel. It means you'll never ever miss what is coming up real soon.